Hey everybody, this is the Lamp again. Today we're going to talk about cutting off hands. In the Bible, Jesus talks about if your right hand causes you to sin, cut it off and cast it away. If your right eye causes you to sin, cut it off and cast it away, because it's better to lose a hand or an eye than to go into hell. Basically, I'm going to try to make these videos a lot shorter. I feel like I ramble a lot, and so just like I'm doing right now. Um, Anyway, in case you were wondering about what that could possibly mean, I know a lot of people take it literally. Some people uh, just don't think about it at all. Basically, what it means is that depending on, or not depending on, but when you have something that causes you to sin in your life, you should gouge it out. Technically, in the verse, he says, if your hand, even your right hand, causes you to sin, then to cut it off and cast it away. And in the olden days, if you didn't have a hand, it was probably a lot harder to find a job. It was a lot harder to do anything. And I mean, even nowadays, it is. I feel like there's more accessibility, but definitely back then, if you lost your right hand, I mean, there's a very good chance that you would lose most ways of finding any sort of actual income. And so basically, all that means is that even if it's a giant sacrifice, um, you should be paying attention to what causes you to sin and basically get rid of that. And so, I mean, perfect right hand uh, kind of example would be if you have a really nice job, but where you work causes you to sin. I don't like maybe you're a Christian who works at a strip club and you worked there before you became a Christian, and it's just at this point a stable job, but it's starting to cause you to lust. Then you may have to get rid of that job. Um, I mean, I know specifically, like, that's actually something that happened to me. I didn't leave the job because of Christianity and um, because of my devotion to Christ, but simply because I was looking for a better job. But I was delivering alcohol, and one of the places, or I think like two of my stops in a week, were strip clubs. And I am someone, as you've probably seen before on my videos, I struggle with porn and lust. And so going into a strip club is obviously not a very good idea for me. Um, and so if I was still working there when I decided to renew my, I guess, devotion to God and stuff like that, I would have needed to leave that job in order to find a job that didn't cause me to lust. Um, and basically, that's all it means. It just means that even if it's a huge sacrifice, even if it's something that you really love, you should be willing to give it up in order to better live your life towards Christ. And I mean, same thing goes for me. Um, I believe I've already made a video on this, but basically, one of the examples that I give is I really enjoy going to the gym. But if I can't go to the gym without lusting, then I shouldn't go to the gym anymore. Um, I personally can't go to bars with my friends. I can't go to clubs with my friends. As a married man, I probably shouldn't be going to clubs in general. But even bars, I can't go to bars or a lot of like pool places with my friends. Simply because I mean it's kind of hard to go there without lusting. And so yeah, so that's something that I've given up. Basically, I can't go out with my friends if I were even to have the time to do that uh, because of those restrictions. And so basically, I would have to tell them, hey, if you want to go out with me, we got to go to like a restaurant or a park or something. um, anyway, so yeah, that's basically it. Like I said, I'm trying to make these a lot shorter. I don't feel like anyone really enjoys listening to me for extended periods of time. And so I'm going to try to make them around 5 minutes, which it looks like that's about how long this one is. So, anyway, God bless. As always, if you disagree with me, go ahead and put it in the comments, and I'll get around to it in the next video. God bless, and have a great day.